A 53-year-old Oshkosh man is in custody following an investigation into child sexual abuse material. Police executed a search warrant in the 1100 block of Moreland Street in the city of Oshkosh yesterday after receiving a tip about media depicting child pornography. Investigators reviewed the content of a laptop at the residence and located 3 separate videos. In an interview, the suspect acknowledged there was likely more than 1,000 images and videos of child porn on that laptop. Several departments are now working together to further examine the device. The man was later brought to the Winnebago County Jail on 3 counts of possession of child pornography. His identity has not yet been released.